Getting these mods to work is pretty simple, but a little messy. Not gonna lie about that. But welcome to the festival. So let's hope and see if this works. But by the title it seems to be, but let's see. Okay, yeah. It's the day of the festival. Okay. It's festival time. Let's enjoy, chat. Hi again, Lovania. It's so great to see you again. It's been a while, hasn't it? I should probably brief you on what's going on. The game has changed a bit since the last time you were here. What you are about to play takes place after the entirety of what you call Act 1. But I don't want to force you to play through that again, so you have a few options. You can either write a few poems for me, or you can just answer a few questions about my fellow club members. I need this information to be able to set up the game to be like you actually played it again. Well, ain't that convenient. Thank you, Monica. Also, why are my... What the hell's going on with the frames? Well, most of it is still images, so I'm not worried. But so what'll it be? What do you think, chat? What do you think we should do? We can either write poems again and do the scientific method way, or we can just answer some hopefully not boring questions. Okay, I'm kind of curious about it. Okay, choices. Okay, so in order to set up the game properly, I need to know how you would have played through Act 1 so I can set the variables accordingly. So I'm going to ask you a few questions. To start, which of my fellow club members do you like the most? Besides me, of course. Oh, my name is Lovania. My favorite club member is... I can't even choose her. Why not? There has to be like a hidden option somewhere, right? Okay. Yuri. Which of them do you like the least? Natsuki. Okay. If you could choose to spend the weekend with one of the club members and help them prepare for the festival, who would it be? I would choose to help Natsuki or Yuri. I would choose to help Yuri. Okay, we're gonna help Yuri again. And let's say, hypothetically of course, if Sayori were to confess her love for you, what would you do? I would confess my love back, stay as friends. Confess? Right. Okay, well, that's all the questions I have. I think I said all the variables right, but bear with me if it's not absolutely perfect. I have to go now. My planet needs me. I mean, I guess I'll see you in a second, Lovania. Sweet. Alright. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me to not fuck up so much with the reading. I mean, to not forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Lovania, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So, that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That mad dummy. You'd think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly feel awful, knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all? You should take a little responsibility for her, Lovania. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Well, she looked sad there. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange. Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Here we go again. Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a little chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I grabbed one of the pamphlets laid down on the desk. Oh yeah, that really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head. Times infinity. I guess I'll redeem myself from the stream a million years ago. Get out of my head before I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But the poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Okay, so that's the same. Ugh. What is this? Reading the poem, I get a pit in my stomach. Or I get a Kid Icarus in my stomach. Lovania? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so... Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls that out after me. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her, or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer, since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. That really is something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Sayori? There's a large lump under the covers of Sayori's bed. Sayori. Sayori! Wow. The lump rises suddenly, the covers falling away to reveal Sayori. I like this better already. Lovania! Is that you? What time is it? It's muffin time. I mean, past the time you needed to be up by, dummy. Come on, we gotta go. Monika's waiting for us. Monika's? She looks at me, puzzled. The festival? Oh shoot. Sayori starts looking around the room frantically. She said the S word. Yay. She's perfectly fine here. Yes. Like it should be. Bless, chat. Bless it. I'm not ready for this. For this. She quickly moves around the room, picking through the items strewn everywhere. She finds her school uniform and places it gently on the bed before turning back towards me. I don't know if I can handle this today, Lovania. Of course you can. It's just a festival. You've been preparing for this for so long. I know, but maybe it's a sign that I didn't wake up in time this morning. I really don't think I should go, Lovania. Come on, Sayori. You're already up anyway. Let's go. Sayori looks at me, tears welling up in the corners of her eyes. I suddenly realize that I'm yelling at her. A feeling of guilt washes over me. Am I forgetting what I promised myself? What I promised her? You don't have to worry. I'll be there with you the whole time. But I don't think I'll be able to read my poem in front of other people, Lovania. It's fine. I'll talk to Monika and I'm sure she'll be willing to let you skip that part. I promise you that I'd be here with you every step of the way, and I'm sticking by that. Okay. Plus, you've put a lot of work into preparing for this. You should be there when it pays off. I'm sure Monika and the rest of the club would be happy just to see you there, supporting them while they read their poems. I guess you're right. Now you need to get dressed. Don't expect me to help you or watch you. Then suddenly the FBI comes in. I mean, what? In a moment, we're outside, where the normies live. I'm glad that I went back to wake Sayori up. We stop outside the club room for a second. You're going to be fine, Sayori. As long as you're here with me. Or not, sorry. I'm so sorry. I meant... as long as you're here with me, Lovania. Sayori cracks me a slight smile, but I can tell she still doesn't want to be here. And then she pops out of existence. I grab her hand and we enter the room together. The room has more people in it than I've ever seen before. Just use the box from SpongeBob and use your imagination. You'll be okay. A group of desks is assembled into a makeshift table atop which sits Natsuki's cupcake arrangement. Are we gonna see new characters? Yuri's banners are hung around the room from the ceiling and walls. Monika sees us and walks over, a look of relief on her face. Lovania! Oh, thank God, you made it. I was afraid we were going to have to start without you. I'm glad too. I wouldn't want to miss this. Hey, Monika. I pull her by her arm over to the corner of the room. I barely got Sayori to come to the festival, and she's really nervous about the poem performances. Is it okay if she doesn't present hers? Yeah. That should be fine, I guess. You know, Lovania, you're such a great boyfriend. If only she could see that. I blush. Thanks. Monika stands there for a second, smiling at me before turning back towards the rest of the people. Okay, everyone. We're about to start, so if everyone can find a seat, then we can begin. Yay. I walk back over to Sayori and grab her hand. I lead her over to a group of 4 desks right at the front of the room. We sit down in the adjacent desks, just behind Natsuki and Yuri. I turn my attention back to Monika as the rest of the room settles down. Okay, everyone, I guess I should introduce myself. I'm Monika, president of the Literature Club. At that desk over there is my vice president, Sayori. Monika points towards Sayori. She timidly forces a smile and turns around to the rest of the room, giving a little wave. One of the activities we like to do in the Literature Club is to write and share poems. Today, we have a selection of poems that our members have written that they will now present for us. To start, I will be reading my own poem, The Way They Fly. Ahem. Oh my god. They actually wrote a poem for this. That's neato. They take flight, soaring over the land, cheerful, comfortable, qualified, able to see the world, yet sightless. They fly with their wings out wide, only to close them in and dive, seemingly going to hit the ground, but still rising once more. They fly with wariness, hiding themselves however they can, afraid of showing themselves, but opening up to trust. They fly with hesitation, unsure of where they want to go, but once committed, unable to stop themselves. But despite the way they fly, they still fly, while I'm stuck to the ground. A leaf unable to blow into the wind. A child caught by the arm by a parent. A dog leashed. Fuck. My lisp is showing through. Tuple. Not free to spread my wings wide. Not free to hide myself. Not free to let myself go. That's the way they fly. And I can never do that. Thank you. The room erupts in clapping. There. And now, Yuri with her poem, After Image of a Crimson Eye. Hey, they're actually there. Yuri stands up, timidly walking to the front of the classroom, her pamphlet in hand. Ahem. After Image of a Crimson Eye. I see a crimson world, my eyes wide open. A quick glance, but I'm instantly burned. Eyes blinking, mind racing, heart beating, body pulsing, stomach churning, face tingling. I can't escape it. I can't fight it. It takes hold of me. It controls me. It is me. I feel compulsive. I think repulsive. I act impulsive. I want it. I don't. I do. Yuri pauses. It's receding. It's reality. It's me. I collapse. I breathe. I'm sorry. It's okay. I try to forget. I try to resist. I remember. Permanently stained in my mind. The after image of a crimson eye. Thank you. The room erupts once more in clapping as Yuri makes her way back to her seat. Or, no. You just get a one-handed clap. That's it. Thank you, Yuri. That was great. Now Natsuki, with her poem, Jump. Natsuki stands up and makes her way to the front of the room before situating herself behind the podium. Ahem. Jump. How do the frogs know how to jump? Who teaches dogs to bark? Who gave the toads their lumps? Whoever it was left their mark. Why do eagles fly? Why do babies cry? Why do humans blunder? Why do we rip our world asunder? The frogs don't wonder. They just jump. Thanks. The room erupts in clapping. There. That was cute, Natsuki. Thank you. Now Lovania with As I Grew Older. So that was the name of our poem. Neat. I get up, my legs shaking slightly with nervousness as I walk towards the front of the room. I place my pamphlet on the podium, my arms slightly to either side of it. I lean on it a little bit, realizing how many people actually showed up. What if I read it wrong? Will people realize that I didn't actually write this poem? I push those thoughts out of my head. I look over at Sayori. She stares back at me with a slight smile that I can tell is genuine. I have to do this for her. For my girlfriend. I take a deep breath. As I grew older. It was a long time ago, but it was there then, in front of me, bright like a sun, my dream, and then the wall rose slowly, between me and my dream, rose until it touched the sky, the wall, Shadow, the hedgehog. I am black. I lie down in the shadow. No longer the light of my dream before me. Above me, only the thick wall. Only the shadow. My hands, my dark hands, break through the wall. Find my dream. Help me to shatter this darkness. To smash ultimate this night. To break this shadow. into 1,000 lights of sun, into 1,000 whirling dreams of sun. Thank you. I can barely hear the sound of clapping as the adrenaline in my body drowns out the rest of the world. Wow, that was really good, Lovania. Thank you. She says as she's reading the script. A wave of relief washes over me as I walk back to my seat. And after that, yep. As I sit down, Sayori leans over and whispers to me. You did a really good job, Lovania. Thanks, Sayori. I couldn't have done it if you weren't here. Sayori gives me a small smile. I'm pretty sure this one is sincere. I'm glad that she's finally enjoying the festival, even if it's only a little bit. I turn back towards the front of the room, where Monica is once again standing at the podium. I just wanted to thank all for coming and seeing what we're all about. I hope to see some of you at our next meeting. Until then, let's continue to enjoy these lovely cupcakes and tea. As my nose is dying, the chatter of the busy room returns once again as people begin talking to one another. I guess that's a no on new characters. This game's on a budget, I get it. I tried to make my way around the room, checking out how things are going with each of the other club members. Monica is near the front of the room trying to sell the club to a few of her popular friends. Natsuki is giving baking tips to a group of other girls who all seem to be enjoying her cupcakes a lot. Yuri is pouring people tea as they pass by the refreshments table. And Sayori is busy chatting with a few of her friends from school in the corner. Everyone looks like they're having a lot of fun. Even Sayori. Before I know it, the festival is over and the room has cleared. I'm really proud of you guys. Your presentations were fantastic. Yuri, your posters were really great, and Natsuki, your cupcakes were amazing as always. Don't forget, we have a normal club meeting tomorrow, so write a poem to bring. Hopefully we'll have a few new faces there with us. That's all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. The group breaks up and goes their separate ways. Yuri to take down her banners, Natsuki to clean up her cupcakes, and Monica to pick up trash. That leaves just me and Sayori alone. Are you up for going to the rest of your classes? Yeah, I'll be okay. We stand there for a few seconds. Thanks for coming with me to the festival. What? I don't know if I could have read my poem out loud if you hadn't been here. I didn't even do anything. You didn't have to. Just you being here was enough. I could just look over and see you there supporting me. Yeah, I guess. We stand there for a few more seconds while Sayori stares at the floor. Thanks for making me get up, Lovania. I'm glad I came. Ooh. I'm glad I came. It was a lot of fun. See? I told you. Yeah. Listen, Lovania, I don't want you to get the wrong idea, but would it be okay if we just put the whole relationship thing on hold for a little bit? I wish I had my soundboard. Because that was a sick burn. We should have brought Burn Heal. It's just a lot to deal with all of a sudden. That's okay, Sayori. Whatever you need. Thanks, Slovenia. Alright, well, we don't want to be late for class, so we should go. Yeah. We part ways as I head towards the door. I open it and walk down the hallway towards my homeroom. The rest of the day feels like a bore after the events of this morning. But soon enough it's over, as the bell rings, everyone files out of class. I thought that said flies. I wait for Sayori after school and we walk home together. I didn't tell you yet, Lovania, but in one of my classes, someone came up to me and asked when the literature club meets. Oh, that's really great, Sayori. Do you think we'll have a lot of new members tomorrow? I hope so. It'll be nice to have a few new faces. I'm not thrilled myself about having new members, but she makes a point about new faces. New faces. I'll see you tomorrow then, right, Sayori? Yeah. Sayori disappears off towards her own house. I should be happy. It feels like Sayori... It seems like Sayori's having a much better time than she was this morning. If getting new members will continue to keep her mood like this, then I guess I'll be fine with it. But for now, it's time to get started on my next poem. Oh! Our waifu's there. That's cute. That's cute. Very, very cute. So cute that I need sustenance. Okay. Scientific method. Go. Did it really matter? Okay. We'll keep playing until something's different, I guess. Lovania. Seeing Sayori every morning used to be annoying, but now I've gotten used to it. It's almost like it's not really morning without her. Good morning. So what? Are you excited for today? What do you mean? You know, it's today. Nothing special is happening today, Sayori. I don't know what you're talking about. Something is... What? I guess you'll just have to wait and see. I hate it when she's the one who's teasing me. But that's probably good, especially after last weekend. We arrive at school and part ways. Welcome back, Lovania. Today is the big, well, second big day. Second big day. Huh? Today, we get to find out who is going to join the club. Oh, right. I'm still not super stoked on the idea of having new club members. But seeing the look of pure joy on Monika's face when she talks about it, makes it seem like it can't be that bad. I'll wait to start the meeting until a few new people show up. I don't want them to feel excluded because we started without them. Yeah, good idea. 10 minutes pass, and there's still no one in the club room except for me and the other girls. Monika seems like she's starting to freak out a little bit, although I'm not sure exactly why. New members equals more death. Death equals good. Yep. Seems that way. I talked to so many people at the festival and they all seemed really interested in the club. Maybe they were all just faking it. Maybe no one really cared about the club. Maybe they just wanted to be nice to me. Monica looks down, disappointment consuming her expression. Don't talk like that, Monica. It's odd to see Monica and Sayori switch places like this. I personally think the club is fine the way it is. We don't need anyone else. I agree with Natsuki. I like it just being us. Sayori shoots me a worried glance. She looks like she's about to say something when Monica interrupts her. I know, and I love the club the way it is. Monica sighs audibly. I just thought it'd be nice to have some new members. A few new faces with fresh poem ideas. But I guess that doesn't matter because we aren't going to get any. Monica, I'm sure people want to join the club. Maybe they just didn't realize that there was a meeting today. I made it awfully clear I made it awfully clear when the next meeting was during the festival. Wait, was that her saying that? Yeah, it was her saying that. I can see tears starting to well up at the corners of Monica's eyes. This club really means a lot to her, doesn't it? It's fine, guys. Really. I've accepted that it just wasn't meant to... Monica is interrupted by the door opening. All of us stop dead still. After what feels like an eternity of suspense, the stranger walks in. Oh. Hey. I think, yeah, this is like the fan-made sprite for Protag-kun. Or Protag-chan. I don't know. Hi, I'm... Wallace! Monica bounces over to him in excitement, her sadness from a second ago instantly washing away. She throws her arms around him in an embrace. I was hoping you'd come. I was starting to become afraid that you had just said yes to get me off your back. I mean, I made you a promise, and I never let you down, Monica. I gotta make him sound different. Monica stares at him with a loving gaze. I'm so glad you decided to come after all. Have you met the other club members? Monica gestures towards us. Oh, I think so. Yuri, Natsuki, Sayori, and... He hesitates for a moment, staring at me with a look of slight embarrassment. Lovania. I extend my hand to him, and he shakes it in return. We all stand there for a second in silence, adjusting to each other's presences. Did you remember to write a poem? If you didn't, that's fine. Yeah, I whipped something up last night. Oh, that's great. I'd feel bad if you had to sit back and watch us have all the fun. Well, then you know what... Well then, you know what time it is. Okay, everyone. Let's show Wallace what our club is all about. Oh my. There's more. We actually got a new member. He's in. Okay. Let's be gay. I should start with a new guy. I'm interested to see what kind of person would join the literature club. Dots. I guess it's good. I'm confused. What do you mean, you guess it's good? Well, I mean, poems are supposed to be artistic and stuff, but yours is just... I feel my face starting to turn red. Just what? Say it! I feel a small fire starting to burn inside of me. It makes no sense. It's literally just a bunch of random words written on a page. That is what we call art, Wallace. God. Dots. Whatever floats your boat, dude. Like, you do you. I just... Honestly, I think it's pretty stupid. But what? It's like you just went... It's like you just went full bipolar and put as many happy and sad words as you could all over a page. Who does this guy think he is? Joining the club randomly and then accusing me of writing bad poetry? Well, let me see what you wrote then. Be my guest. A whole new poem. Sweet. A brand new world. I wake up from an eternal sleep to a bright, shining sun calling to me to join the world. I walk outside, seeing things I have never seen before. It seems so familiar, yet so strange. People greet me as old friends, but I barely recognize them. I feel out of place, yet made to be here. Every day, it's a brand new world. Cute. Dots. I'm sorry, dude. It's nothing personal. I just don't like the poem. Well, it's how I write, so you're just going to have to deal with it. Where'd you learn it from? Huh? Your style? I don't know. It just came naturally. Before joining the club, I hadn't really written any poetry before, so it's still not fully developed or anything. Wait, if you don't write poetry, then why did you join this club? Wallace glances behind himself casually, looking towards where the other club members are standing before turning back to me. His face is bright with a cheeky expression that transforms into a knowing stare. Actually... What? I can feel my face begin to get hot again. What were you going to say? Nothing. Never mind. Maybe just try to write something more straightforward next time. I think he knows. He knows we're trying to get some action. Okay. I don't know, Sayori. I really like how you wrote this one. You're getting really good at transporting your reader into your bittersweet story. Doing that is not easy, especially with such little experience. It's really not that good. You're so silly, Lovania. You must really be learning a lot from Monica. Oh, really? I think I get my inspiration from somewhere else. I give Sayori a playful wink. Who? I roll my eyes. Is her skull really that thick? That extra thick? Or is this just a part of her act? You can be really confusing sometimes. Anyways, are you ready to read mine? Of course. Well, you know what? In hindsight, I think the description for this mod, I think it's like a whole other week. Okay, well, I think we're gonna be here for a while. Broken flowers. The petals drip down on the floor. Splashes of color, bright and soft. I collect them up and hold them close. Their scent is sweet. It fades. The petals rust and crumble. I walk back to the floor. There are no more colored droplets. The flowers that wept are gone. Only death remains. Yeah, that's new. I scan the poem and notice it's different than what Sayori usually writes. After what happened, oh my god. What the fuck is going on with my nose? After what happened over the weekend, I've realized all of the subtle, depressing messages that have been in her poems the whole time. But this one isn't trying to hide it. Mattlovania, did you like it? The sound of her voice pulls me away from my thoughts. It was really good. I stopped myself. It's probably best not to press her about her feelings right now. Just thought it was interesting how you used flowers. What kind of analysis was that? Oh, it's depressing, isn't it? No, it's fine. If that's what you feel, let it out in your poetry. It's better for Sayori to get her feelings out in her poetry rather than let them control her life. Yeah. Thanks, Mattlovania. Thanks for sharing. Whom should I show my poem to next? Monica? Okay, you get to choose this time. This is really good. It caught me a little by surprise. Is that a good thing? Of course, assuming you do it right. It was just a little different from the one you wrote for the festival. A wave of embarrassment washes over me. This one was really unique, and I could tell that you put a lot of thought into it. It really wasn't that innovative. Mattlovania, don't be afraid to give yourself some credit. You've improved a lot since you first joined the club. I think you're due for a little praise. Would you like to read my poem now? Of course. Nice title. Poetry. A jumble of words on paper, set to a broken, uneven rhyme. It tugs at people's souls, lusts the edge of a thought, a feeling. It's nothing more than scraps, less an echo of a thought, less and more meaning than they see. Is it symbolic, or simply a jest, designed to pull them away? Each inked thought drips with emotion, a snapshot of a moment. It breaks. How to write it down clearly? How to tell this tale? A jumble of words is enough. They see beauty in the incomplete, and that's all she wrote. That was great. I thought it was really interesting that you decided to describe poetry in a poem. It's really meta, but it works. Ah, yeah. You understood the ending, right? Yeah. Maybe I should make it a bit more straightforward. No, it's fine. In fact, I don't like straightforward. If someone doesn't understand your poem, you shouldn't have to change it so so you shouldn't have to change it so they can. You almost always lose a part of it in the process. He's really not that smart in the in the OG game, but okay. Well, I'm glad we're in agreement. Anyway, oh, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. The common problem people face when writing is figuring out what to write about. It's almost always hard to start if an idea isn't readily trying to burst out of your head. You start to worry about the details and want to make sure that it's going to be perfect before starting. But you need to buckle down and start writing whatever feels right. Even if it's not that good, it's always nice to have a place to start. Otherwise, you could sit there for hours getting nothing done. And anyways, that's why we have erasers. Buy them at your local Staples. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright, who now, chat? Who now? Okay. It's fine. Like your D. I mean, fine. You're certainly getting better, but don't expect me to shower you with compliments just because you're improving. I guess I'll have to really earn it then. You can try. Anyways, here's mine. Nice. Jump and leap, spin and shout, bounce and jostle. All about. Play the game. We'll have fun, racing through until we're done. I look over the poem and notice Natsuki's signature, cute and simple style. This is good. I like how it's cute. My style isn't cute. Haven't we been over this? I wasn't finished. What I was going to say that it's cute and simple. Every line is so purposeful and the rhyming and rhythm are perfect together. Natsuki starts to blush. I'm just not quite sure if it has a deeper message that I'm not getting. Like I'm going to tell you. Well, either way, it was still good. Thanks, I guess. Yeah, those parts aren't really... they aren't really as long as the OG game. Yuri. I liked it, but... never mind. I really shouldn't say it. Don't worry. I want you to tell me what you think. I won't take it personally. I was going to say that this poem seems rather simple. I'm so sorry. I really shouldn't have said that to you. Seriously? There's no need to apologize. I appreciate your honesty. Thanks for understanding. It makes me happy that we can speak candidly without it affecting our relationship. God damn my nose. When I said, ooh. Joe Headshot, thanks for the follow. You're a fellow Lovanian now. When I said simple, I meant that your poem lacks depth or description. It felt basic, like something Sayori or Natsuki would write. But I'm not saying that you're not skilled or anything. But I'm just saying that you have the ability to do better than that. I've seen it, but you chose not to. Hearing the disappointment in Yuri's voice hurt on the inside. Yuri's expectations are hard to live up to, but for whatever reason that makes me like her even more. It's so hot. It also makes it hurt more when I fail her. I thought your poem from the festival was a particularly excellent example of that ability. My heart begins to feel heavy with guilt. Those were some valid points. Thank you. Would you like to read mine? Sure. Fairy Tale. Never seen that anime, but okay. The story begins. The girl sets out on the winding path, leaving behind the coziness of home, entering the unknown with twisted paths and broken trees. Shadows linger over the land. A wolf's howl carries far. Foreboding dodges. Wait, foreboding? Yeah, foreboding dodges her steps. A stranger's words are tempting. They tell of another path, beauty and peace and joy from love. Just torn away from what was taught. The girl is blind, willfully follows, not checking the weight of his words. A hungry wolf sees her leave safety. The end is never reached. A girl sets out on a winding path. A chilly wind blows west. West. Changes have been carried forth. Not far. Not forth far. The fourth. A new story begins. Normally, it's pretty easy to read and understand the poems, but Yuri's poems always force me to look extra carefully for each detail in order to get the full scope of the poem. You did a really good job of putting a vivid image in my head. Not only were you able to transport me to these places, but you also made me feel the impact of the character's choices. Thank you, Lovania. I love it when an author is able to transport you to a new place or make you feel emotion. It means a lot to me for you to say that I can do that. You're welcome. Well, thank you for sharing, Lovania. You too, Yuri. 5. Count some 5 poems. I was really impressed with everyone's poems today. Especially yours, Wallace. You have a natural talent for poetry. Thanks. That about wraps up all the time we have for this meeting. Thank you all for coming, and I'll see you with fresh poems tomorrow. After saying goodbye to everyone and exchanging suspicious stares with Wallace, I leave the club room with Sayori. We're almost home when Sayori finally pipes up and asks the question I was afraid she was going to ask. So, what do you think of Wallace? He's fine. It must be nice to have another guy in the club. You could say that. Well, Monica is really happy that he's here, so it's good that you two are getting along. Well, this is my stop. I'll see you tomorrow, Lovania. Bye, Sayori. Hopefully me and Wallace can find some way to get along. Just because he's another guy doesn't mean that we have to compete with each other. There's plenty of girls to go around after all. Now, to write a poem for tomorrow. Still throws me off that Monica is actually there. Alright, chat. Oh yeah, I saved. Scientific method, go. Beautiful. Lovania. Hey, Sayori. It's nice to see you here on time. I say this in a teasing way, but after this weekend, it really is good to see you're waking up on time by yourself. Of course, silly. Can't be I can't be late to school anymore. That's a spirit. Sayori and I walked to school together, talking all the way. The day flies by as I spend most of my time anticipating the club meeting. It's weird, but having Wallace here really fires me up, and not necessarily in a bad way. It's like a little extra push for me to try and write better poetry. Before long, I'm already standing outside the club room after school. As I walk in, Monica and Wallace are in the middle of a conversation. I did what you asked. I know, and I'm grateful, but you're not done yet. Wallace sighs. I just wish... Monica turns towards me. Hi, Lovania. Lovania. Welcome back. Of course. You know I would never miss this club. Not with all these cute waifus here. You're always dependable, Lovania, aren't you? What do you mean dependable? He's 5 minutes late. I checked my watch. I guess I was late. Natsuki, don't be rude. Besides, this is the first day that you've been here on time, Natsuki. I know. I just... Don't worry, I was the one who held up the club anyways. Don't worry about it, Lovania. We actually have a few minutes before we need to start with poems. The group dissolves in quicksand. Or in acid. I mean, everyone going off to do different activities. Well, then in that case, do you want to read something together, Sayori? Of course, Lovania. Sayori, weren't you going to show me that poem you were talking about? Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that. Sorry, Lovania. It's... okay. Wallace flashes me an innocent yet snarky smile as he walks away with Sayori. He knows again. She glances back at me with a remorseful expression on her face. I can't just let Wallace push her around like that, but there's nothing I can do. So, instead of spending some extra time with the girl I like, I put my head down on my desk and wait until the club starts reading poems. Oh, there was no fadeaway. That was weird. Okay, everyone. Monica's voice jolts me out of my trance, which is called sleep. It's time to share our poems. I get up and walk over to where the others are standing. Time to see what's in store for today. Okay, well we'll save the boy for last. Natsuki. It's good, I guess. I mean, you're getting a lot better, but I'm not going to praise you for getting on par with the rest of us. I'll take it. That was really nice, especially coming from you. That wasn't meant to be a compliment. But I took it that way, and now you can't take it back. Whatever. Here's my poem. Ice cream. I scream. You scream. For the best Pokemon. Shaped like an ice cream. I don't know. Ice cream. Cold as a winter morning dream. So sweet that it must seem to be ambrosia from heaven above. Ice cream, it's you I love, who needs human company, when you can always console. God damn it. When you can always console me. It can be console. English is weird. Console me. Surely I'll find myself at the bottom of this court. Ice cream's good. You must really like ice cream. What? Ice cream. I mean, you wrote a whole poem about it. Is there something wrong with that? No, I just thought it was... I almost say cute, but I managed to stop myself. Relatable. Well, thanks, I guess. I try. Thanks for sharing. You too. Yeah, their feedback is less detailed, I have to say. Okay, we'll go in like the opposite order today. Yuri. What do you think? It's fine. Okay. It just feels very one-dimensional. This has so much potential for depth, but there isn't much there. Oh, I thought I had put in a message. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have assumed you didn't. Well, if you didn't get it, others probably won't either. I take it as constructive criticism. Good. Would you like to read my poem now? Of course. I am contractually obligated by Mr. Salvato and the modding team to read poems. Not really, but still. Night. The dark night. I mean, stars glisten in the night, listening to the world's dreams, gathering them as a child would pick flowers. They keep their secrets carefully, only revealing when pushed, spiraling down from the sky, filled with wishes in a final rush. They wish it would remain, but quickly forget the light, turning back to their lives. I close my eyes, empty of stars. Oh, that was really good. I love the way you personified the stars. I know. I think about it sometimes. What if the stars really hold the dreams we had when we were younger? People these days seem to forget about their dreams in favor of conforming to society. What if the reason we never achieve them is because we never take that second to look to the stars? I think that if people would take a moment to do that each night, they'd realize that we're all just tiny little specks in an infinite universe. Maybe then people would stop worrying so much about the little things and pursue what they truly desire. Oh, wow, you've really thought about this a lot. I guess I have. Well, I think that's really interesting. I must just have to try it. I might just have to try it sometime. Thank you, Lovania. It's nice to know someone gets me. And thank you for reading my poem. You're welcome, Yuri. Okay, Monica. Wow, this is really good. That's what she said. I mean, When you first joined the club, I was concerned that you would have had trouble finding your style, but you've developed it well, and it really shows in this poem. Thanks, but it still needs a lot of refining before it can be half as good as yours. Of course. But everybody's style is a work in progress. If you just keep on writing, you'll eventually be as good, if not better, than me. Even though you might not realize it, your brain creates patterns every time you write a new poem, and every time you write, the pattern becomes more refined. So just keep it up. I guess that was my writing tip of the day. Would you like to read mine now? Monica hands me a pristine sheet of loose leaf paper bearing her poem. Like she does every day. The Abyss. I stand on the edge of a great void, a singularity of darkness, true nothingness. I feel it call me, staring into the abyss. It gazes upon my soul, whispering in my ear, crooning a melody of emptiness, of relief. I feel myself fade away, drifting away as I mingle with oblivion. I am no more. No. I force the void to my will. It squirms in my grasp, writhing. I picture a meadow, resplendent rays upon my face. I shape the void into my mind. This shall be my canvas. From nothing, I will make my reality. I stand on the edge of a meadow. Sunbeams wash over my face. This will be my paradise. Wow, that was really good. I liked how you told the story with such passion in it. It really makes the poem come to life. Yeah, just describing something in a few different ways can make it feel that much more alive. Oh, wow. See, I never even thought of doing that, but now I do. I wish I could write like that, but I just can't compete with you. Don't be silly, Lovania. As I said before, if you practice enough, you can become as good as me. Well, thanks for the confidence boost. Anytime. Anytime. Anyways, thanks for sharing. You too. Yeah, I do like how the modder came up with these new poems. They're cool. Sayori, then the boy. Before we start, I just wanted to say I'm sorry about not being able to spend time with you today, Lovania. Well, there's always tomorrow. Yeah, maybe we can do something tomorrow. Maybe? Sayori has always been eager to spend time with me. What did Wallace do to her? You don't want to know. Anyways, what do you think of my poem? It's really good. Every time we say good, take a drink. Everybody's doing it tonight. You really are improving, Lovania. To be fair, I've only gone from bad to slightly better. Don't say that. Ever since you joined this club, you've been a great writer. You're probably even better than me. I highly doubt that, but let's see your poem for today. My Shadow the Hedgehog. Every morning, I wake from my slumber. I rub my eyes. I see it. The shadow. The shadow never leaves my side. Not really. I step out into the sunshine. In the light of the morning, the shadow is a dim outline, but it's no less real. When I am with my friends, I forget to look behind me. I forget about my shadow. But eventually, I look back. My shadow never leaves my side. My constant companion. The shadow stays by me. Through thick and thin, even if I want to be alone, my shadow is always there for me. An old friend. Something about shadows. Kind of creepy. Wow! You were wrong. This is your best one yet. Thanks. I wrote this one for you. She gives me a playful wink to show me that she's joking, but I'm not entirely sure she is. No, but really, it's really good. Well, I took some inspiration from real life. Sometimes things follow you around, whether or not you want them to. Sayori looks at me and I can instantly pick up on what she's referring to. Well, I need to finish reading everyone else's poems, but thanks for sharing. Same to you. Okay, the boy is last. Alright, Wallace. How do I put this? What? I can feel the rage begin to bubble up inside of me again. It's pretty much the same poem as yesterday. Are you serious? My poem is... Wallace interrupts me. Look, maybe... Senpapi Ace, thank you for the follow. You're a fellow Novanian now. Congrats. Look, maybe you should just read mine first. He extends his hand, which is holding a neat-looking piece of paper. I snatch it out of his grasp. Standing, as opposed to singing, in the rain. Standing in the rain. Standing in the rain, waiting outside for you. Sky getting dark, clothes drenched. Patiently waiting, hoping the door will swing open and release you, but you never answer. Lights on, present yet absent, oblivious to your surroundings, oblivious to me. So I was never there, but sometimes I just imagine myself standing in the rain. But yeah, rain, standing, yeah. What did you think? I still don't get what's wrong with my poem. It's literally almost the same thing as what you wrote yesterday. This time you just put some different words. It's almost like you have some set bank of them that you just choose from. Okay, let's cut the bullshit. I know what you're doing here, okay? I'm not stupid. What? I see right through you, Lovania. I know what's going on. What's going on then? Oh god. You're a teenage boy who's terrible at writing and has no interest in anything besides anime, and yet you join a literature club that just happens to be full of attractive waifus. Who do you think you're fooling? Excuse me? Based on your poems, it seems like you're really just here to hang out with Sayori. You guys are like childhood friends or something, right? Wallace glances over at Sayori, who is standing near the window talking to Monica. I can see what you like about her, though. What the hell does this guy know about Sayori and my relationship? Joyful personality, cute appearance, and relentless optimism. And even though you know that behind closed doors she may be different, you're okay with it and willing to accept that baggage. You don't know anything about me. I'm flustered as I try to come up with a good comeback. Why did you join the club then? Oh, because Monica asked me to and promised her I would. And I never break a promise. What? Now you have nothing to say? You're actually so fake, Lovania. I know that poem you read at the festival wasn't even your own. I've heard it before. Who is this guy? Is this really happening right now? It feels so much like a bad dream. I wish it was a bad dream. Look, if you're not going to pursue Sayori, then maybe I will. You don't seem like her type anyway. Ooh. Wallace is the new Natsuki, pretty much. A male Natsuki, not Buffsuki. Neither do you. I can be whatever I want to be, darling. Or babe. Wallace's face twists into a wicked smile. And I can be whatever Sayori needs me to be. I promise. I grab Wallace by the shoulders. Stay away from Sayori. I say that a little too loudly, and the rest of the club turns to look at us. Is everything okay here? Wallace? Lovania? Everything's fine. I take my hands off Wallace's shoulders, returning them to my sides. Wallace glares at me before speaking. Yes, everything's fine. Alright then. Monica looks between me and Wallace, able to tell that things aren't fine. How about we share with someone else? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Actually, we're out. Oh god. Oh god, imagine. Wallace is a shapeshifter. That could be true. Well, everyone, we're almost out of time. I hope you all had enough time to share your poem with everyone. I'm a bit nervous about timing now that we have more members. Epic Monica, right. But I hope it worked out. As always, thanks for coming, and please write another poem for tomorrow's meeting. I begin to pack up my things when Monica pipes up. Oh, sorry I forgot, but Lovania and Wallace, can you guys stay back for a second? Okay. I wonder what this could be about. What? Natsuki is the shapeshifter and turns Wallace. What a twist! My fight with Wallace? I hope not. The last thing I need on my plate is to piss off Monica too. I motion to Sayori that she shouldn't wait for me, and she leaves the club room along with the other girls. So, about the little outburst today. Don't worry, Monica. It really wasn't a big deal. You don't need to make up excuses. I already know what's going on. You do? A little bit of competition is healthy, but let's try not to let it get in the way of the club, okay? Of course. That means you too, Lovania. Yeah. Well, you two can go home now. I'll see you both tomorrow. On my way home, I think all about, the drama that went down today. This whole situation just keeps on getting more complicated. I'm starting to worry about my chances with Sayori, as she chose to spend time with Wallace instead of me today. Maybe you're a little... yes. Okay, you know what? That's it. This stream has been missing a little something. I brought this up in my original playthrough. There. Either way, it can't hurt to write another poem, so that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Smart method, go. You know what, if I hadn't thought of this, then I wouldn't probably ask the chat, like, what words I choose for each page, but, yeah, we would be here all night. The next day. I stand outside my house waiting for Sayori, but she's late as usual. 10 more minutes pass. We're going to be late if she doesn't hurry up. I try calling her phone, but she doesn't pick up. Dang it, Sayori. I'm going to have to wake her up again. Oh no. I already have dirty thoughts on where this could go. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. On the door. I don't expect an answer, since she's not picking up her phone either. Like before, I open the door and let myself in. In all honesty, you sound like you're tired 24/7, and I live for that. Well, thank you, Senpapi, Ace. Well, fun fact, I don't really actually drink much caffeine during the day. I mean, I can, like, drink soda, but the only drinks I'll be able, or not able, but the only drinks I'm, like, keen on are only Sprite or 7-Up. Not like not the high caffeinated drinks like Mountain Dew or Red Bull. So, all it really takes is just to get, like, a good night's sleep, and, yeah. I mean, plus my voice is naturally deep like this, so... Plus, don't want to be too high-strung towards you guys, so... Hope you enjoy, and tell your friends. Sayori? She really is a heavy sleeper. Oh no. Not again. The same feeling of fear I had last time returns in the strongest feeling of deja vu I've had in my life. Waking her up in her own house. I'm really not doing this non-boyfriend thing right, am I? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to have to enter her room like this ever again. It doesn't get any easier the second time. But I have to. I gently open the door. Sayori, no! God! Damn it. Shield your eyes, chat. Not again. I thought the whole point was with this mod is, like, to prevent this. What the fuck? What the hell? What the hell? This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just a few days ago, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best, and that everything will be okay. And she was even enjoying the festival. I was making progress, damn it. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? I jolt awake, sun streaming in through my window. I wipe away the drool trickling down the side of my face. I realize that my phone is laying in the bed next to me with the headphones still connected. I must have fallen asleep while watching hentai last night. I breathed a sigh of relief. It was just a dream. It was all just a nightmare. I hope, I fall back in my bed and look at the ceiling. I guess it's going to be another day of sleeping in class at school. I get up and start getting ready for school. Huge black screen. Welcome back, Lovania. Ready for another fun day? Yeah, I think I wrote a really good poem last night. Oh, that's great. I'm excited to read it. I'm excited to read yours too. Monica smiles warmly at me. Okay, we're going to start the meeting now. Yuri, Natsuki, and Wallace all walk over to join us. We're starting a bit late today, so I think we should just jump right into... Sayori cuts off Monica, leaning over and whispering something to her. The thing you said earlier. She leans back as Monica's face lights up. Oh, right. We have time for that. Since things have calmed down a bit since the festival, I thought it would be nice to spice things up a little. Alright, let me go. Get the condoms ready. So, I got the idea that we could all write joint poems with another club member. Sayori looks at me and smiles a little. Sayori thought it was a great idea, and since Wallace joined, we now have enough people to split equally into pairs. As our newest member, Wallace, how about you choose who you like to write your poem with first? Okay, you choose the member first, Wallace. Beat them up, yes. What the... could we do it together, Monica? Oh, you're lucky. No, you should choose another one of the club members. We already know each other well enough, don't we? Yeah. How about Sayori? Sayori, would you like to write a poem with me? Sure, Wallace, I would love to. Sayori glances at me, and I can tell she'd much rather write her poem with me. As long as Lovania is okay with it. Ooh. Ooh. Chat. What do you think? Objection. Yes. Oh my god. Don't object? Well, okay. As much as I'd like to object, chat, I'm clicking on object. And yeah, it's not doing anything. They don't like objecting, right? Fine. I want to object so badly, but I decide not to. Wallace can't possibly take Sayori away from me, right? Okay, Lovania, how about you choose next? Who would you like to write your poem with? Okay, Monica then. Yay, you picked me! After, like 1,000 years. And that means, Natsuki, you will partner with Yuri. Great, now everyone has a partner. I realize this might take a while. So let's present them next week on Monday. I'm really excited to see what you all come up with. Hey, Sayori, you want to walk home with me today? You gonna take that, Lovania? Sayori looks at me. Sure, Wallace. It'll give us some time to talk about our poem. I just realized we still haven't shared poems. All this talk about joint poems and I forgot the normal ones. It's making me hungry. Okay, everyone. You know what time it is. Yuri then. Let's go. She has the O face. You don't like it, do you? It's just... It still falls short compared to some of your other works. I really like the idea, but the execution lacks flair. What does that mean? I think your word choice is a bit... indecisive. Oh. Maybe you could take a look at mine and get some inspiration. Alright. Mirror. Mirror, mirror. Oh no, well. Please let my waifu be... Monica. Mirror. This is my reflection. This is who I am. She stares into my eyes, a truth laid bare before. Infinity is seen within, two mirrors facing in, cold, lonely, biting sharp, slicing through my armor. Who is the reflection? Who is the truth? The question stands unheard. What the... Far for... I can't read script that well. For the farthest me, a silent mouse. For this me, god damn it. A silent mouse or a danger from within. I gaze into this mirror. A placid smile is given. She turns and walks away. I watch her back bear secret sins. Mirrors, am I right? Wow, you found that much meaning. You found that much meaning in your own reflection? Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's quite odd to think about. When I look in a mirror, I see myself looking back at me. But am I staring at them, or are they staring at me? Illuminati. How do we know which one of us is really real? Which side of the mirror is reality? What if I'm just the reflection and she's real? And she's looking at me because I'm the reflection. Reflection. What even defines reality? I'm sorry. I probably sound crazy. No, you don't. To be honest, I don't think I've ever had thoughts half as deep as that. All I know is it makes for good poetry. Thanks, Sylvania. Thanks for sharing. You too. Monica, okay. This is a nice one, Lovania. It looks like you've been learning quite a bit from Sayori. I guess I have. Your style's a lot like hers. It's actually eerily similar. Is that a bad thing? No. You really like her, don't you? Yeah. I don't really see the point in lying to Monica anymore since she seems to know what's going on. That's good for you. Monica turns away. Are you okay? Yeah. How about I show you my poem? Of course. Amidst a sea of glass. Ow. That's sharp. Amidst a sea of glass, my vessel glides along. Swells break gently against the prow. I survey the horizon, marveling at the canvas of the gods. The heavens stretch above me, stained with light. In my wonder, I am blinded. The storm sets upon me. It takes no quarter. It takes no light. It swallows all. I cry out as the frigid tendrils envelop me. My voice is sucked away as I am consumed by Gilid Ma. I don't know. I begin to slip away. This is the end. I awake. Your arm encircles me. I feel your reassuring weight against me. I see your visage. I think so. Tranquil, bathed in the soft glow of the television. I feel safe in your embrace, for I fear no storm. Okay. Wow. I just don't know what to say. It's a really nice love story. I'm just not sure I get where you're coming from in the beginning. I can be a bit metaphorical sometimes. I kind of just came up with it on the spot. Oh. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes the world can seem really depressing, like every day. But there's nothing like a poem to cheer you up. Art doesn't all have to be dreary and sad. It can be really uplifting too. Even if things don't seem to be going your way, writing about it can help boost your spirits. That's what I do when I'm nervous about something. Write about it. That's my advice for today. Thanks for sharing today, Lovania. You too. I know this is the second time I'm saying this, but I'm sorry for not spending time with you, Lovania. I wanted to write the poem with you, but Wallace got first choice. He's actually really nice. You two should try and get along. I think you'd really like him if you spent some time together. Platonically. That's nice. What about my poem? Oh, right. I really like this one, Lovania. I don't know how, but you always seem to get better with each one. It makes me worry sometimes because I don't see that same progress in my own poems. I'm sure yours is great too. Let me see it. Sayori hands over her poem. Little chalk boxes skipping along in the sun. Oh, why am I reading in the fuck? Skipping along in the sunlight. I play with my friend. Not a care in the world. Just the ground beneath my feet. little chalk boxes all over the sidewalk. We vied for victory in our joyous struggle. But I grew older. My skip was not quite so light, weighed down by too many cares, too much weariness. Too soon, the rain clouds came and washed away my little chalk boxes. Chalk boxes, never heard of that before. I'm really impressed, Sayori. You show a lot of maturity in this one. Being able to reflect like this is really good, and it actually makes for a pretty good poem. I kind of took inspiration from the poem you read at the festival. I had hoped people had forgot about that already, but apparently not. I really like the way you described that progression that comes with age and thought I should add my own spin to it. Yeah, well, it works really well. Thanks for sharing. Same to you. Natsuki next. I don't really like this one. Why? It's just not very good. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, how about you read mine? Okay. I wasn't gonna retort to that. School days. This is a lot longer. Like my D. I mean, what? My teacher asks me to study. Get up early every morning. Timetable for each day. Plan your things as it says. How neatly I wrote my name. Drew a picture in the front page. Wanted it to remain the same. Never tore a single page. Then, as the days go by, started to tear pages from the books. Then said the books a brief bye-bye. Dog ears in all my books. Pages used for a million other things. Paper rockets to fly at friends. Wrote the names on their wings. Painted red at the rocket ends. Played in water on rainy days. Plastic shoes and pink raincoats. Prayed for fever on test days. In water sailed paper boats. Now it's time for the big exams. No more playgrounds and fun days. Back to books to clear exams. Once again, early rise each day. That's a little too real. That's okay. Fuck. I mean, I really like this one, Natsuki. It's quite mature. It's actually really similar to Sayori's. Who rises in the morning? Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Ace. Is that a bad thing? No. Maturity is good sometimes. It feels really fresh after reading some of the other more fluffy poems. Damn, you're subscribed to a lot of people, huh, Ace? You're not talking about mine, are you? Natsuki's poems can be a bit fluffy at times. Of course not. You better not be. My poems take a lot more time and effort than yours do. Okay, Natsuki. Thanks for sharing. Alright, good boy, now. I brace myself for scathing criticism from Wallace. That's putting it on a little too hard. Yeah, no. What? I don't like it. Well, I didn't expect you to anyway. Okay, cool. But what? No comment? Nope. What's up with him? It's almost worse that he has nothing to say. Alright, well, thanks for sharing. You didn't show me your poem yet, Wallace. I don't think we should share it today. What? You're telling me this after you've already read mine? What is going on with this guy? I'm really starting to get fed up with his antics. I see that he's holding a piece of paper in his left hand, which I can only assume is his poem. Let me see it, Wallace. I extend my hand. No. He sinks into the ground slowly. I mean, Wallace backs up slowly. Let it be, let it be. Chat, what should I do? Firmly grasp his poem out of his hand, or let it be? Take it from him? Okay, I'll try. Give me that! I lunge towards Wallace, reaching my arm trying to grab his poem. I can feel the paper in my grasp, and I pull it towards me. Rip. Now you've done it, Lovania. I look down and realize that I'm holding half of the piece of paper. Wallace, I'm so sorry. Wallace doesn't even look at me as he turns and walks away. No waifu anymore. Yeah, I'd probably be a little pissed. Like 10 years ago without smartphones anyway. Okay, everyone. Lips are getting a little chapped. I hope everyone had enough time to share. I really enjoyed seeing all your poems today. As usual, write another poem to share tomorrow, and also don't forget to work on your joint poems. I'll try to have some time for us to work on them next meeting, but I can't promise anything. I'll see you all tomorrow. Lovania, can you stay behind for a second? Sure. I don't know what this is about. Yuri waits patiently as the others pack up their things. As she's placing a folder into her bag, Monica keeps glancing over at me and Yuri. Are you sure you're fine with me leaving you two alone, Lovania? Of course. We're not gonna have, sex or anything. Okay. Monica is acting very weird about this whole situation. Despite my answer, she still seems to be lingering around longer than usual. Are you going to leave or not, Monica? Yuri looks like she's starting to get angry. Monica! Natsuki, Wallace, Sayori, let's just go. Uh-oh. See, that wasn't very hard. All I want is to spend a little time with him. Is that so much to ask? Yuri follows them to the door. Hey, Lovania, Yuri's really something, isn't she? Monica giggles as Yuri pushes her out the door. Oh, crap. Not again. Finally. Like, wait, now. This is another dream, right? You're psyching me out, right? This is really all I wanted. Lovania, there's no need to spend the weekend with Monica. We haven't even got there yet. Don't listen to her. Just come to my house instead. The whole day, with just the two of us. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Wow, there's really something wrong with me, isn't there? But you know what? I don't care anymore. I never felt this good my whole life. Just being with you is a far greater pleasure than anything I could imagine. I'm addicted to you. It feels like I'm going to die if I'm not breathing the same air as you. Doesn't it feel nice to have someone care about you so much? To have someone who wants to revolve their entire life around you? But if it feels so good, then why does it feel more and more like something horrible is going to happen? Maybe that's why I tried stopping myself at first. But the feeling is too strong now. I don't care anymore, Lovania. I have to tell you. I'm madly in love with you. It feels like every inch of my body, every drop of blood in me, is screaming your name. I don't care what the consequences are anymore. I don't care who's listening. Please, Lovania, just know how much I love you. I love you so much that I even touch myself with the pen I stole from you. I just want to pull your skin open and crawl inside of you. I want you all to myself, and I will be only yours. Doesn't that sound perfect? Tell me, Lovania. Tell me you want to be my lover. Do you accept my confession? You guys and your nude thoughts. Sector. Okay. Yes? Is that the answer we're going with? Yes? Jet thinks so. Ace, okay. Oh, not again. Actual dialogue. What the hell? What the hell? Well, why would she do this? I didn't do anything. I couldn't do anything. I was in a coma. Not again. I'm not losing another friend. I can't lose another friend. I wake up with a start. The clubroom is deserted except for Monica, who is packing up her stuff. This is very interesting. I like how they incorporated those scenes in this. Or how they incorporated the OG scenes from, you know. Oh, Lovania, you're awake. Oh, sorry. I must have dozed off after I finished sharing my poem. Stay up late watching anime again. Yeah, because I ain't a pleb. Don't worry about it. Just try to get some more sleep tonight, okay? What is even real anymore, guys? I don't know. Got it. I'll see you tomorrow then, I guess. Yeah, and then again this weekend so we can finish our poem. Don't forget. Right. Bye. Monica leaves the classroom, door swinging shut behind her. Why am I having all these bad dreams? It makes it seem like something horrible is going to happen. I hope not. But I still can't shake this feeling. I guess there's no way to know until tomorrow.